Coming to you from the heart of the Motherlode, this is EDC's Week in Review, your September 12th edition. Thank you for tuning in. Now on to the weather. Looks like summer's not done with us this week. We got sun across the board, with highs getting up to the mid-90s, but lows getting down into the low 60s for a little bit of cooler weather. Now on to our top stories. Operation Summer Heat nets 21 arrests. Law enforcement agencies across California and Nevada executed 21 arrest warrants on September 11th as part of Operation Summer Heat, a multi-year investigation into cartel-supplied gangs in the Tahoe region. The El Dorado County District Attorney's Office led the prosecutions, with assistance from Alpine, Douglas, Washoe, and Carson City prosecutors, along with federal partners like the FBI, DEA, and ATF. Those charged include Norteño gang members accused of trafficking cocaine, meth, and fentanyl, and of targeting students for recruitment. Others are tied to outlaw motorcycle gangs, fatal overdoses, and prior deportations. Several warrants remain active, and officials credited public tips as key to the operation's success. First responders tackle multiple incidents. First responders in the county handled multiple recent emergencies. On August 28th, Georgetown Fire managed a traffic collision on Highway 193 near Terry's Pizza, with no injuries reported. On August 30th, past midnight, they responded to a Jeep rollover at the Rubicon Trail entrance, airlifting the adult male driver to Reno with non-life-threatening injuries. On September 7th, EDC Fire and CAL FIRE extinguished a vehicle fire on Highway 50 between Bass Lake Road and Cambridge, containing it quickly without injuries. On September 6th, a backcountry rescue occurred after a young man crashed while mountain biking in the Carson Iceberg Wilderness. Unable to self-extract at over 9,000 feet elevation, he was hoisted out by Echo 1, as ground teams would have taken over 10 hours to reach him. A big thank you to all our first responders in the county. Local legislators blast redistricting plan. Local representatives are voicing sharp opposition to Governor Newsom's call for a special election on a new congressional map. Congressman Kevin Kiley called the plan an assault on democracy, criticizing the $250 million price tag and the move to sideline the state's independent redistricting commission. Congressman Tom McClintock told the Mountain Democrat the commission spent months gathering public input and drafting lines in the open, unlike what he described as a backroom process for the new proposal. Assemblyman Joe Patterson said the plan would tear apart communities of interest and disenfranchise voters, while Senator Marie Alvarado Gil denounced it as a seat-stealing scheme driven by political ambition. All four lawmakers represent parts of the county, and their statements underline bipartisan frustration in rural areas about political control in Sacramento. The debate now shifts to voters, who will decide in the costly special election whether to keep independent redistricting in place. EDC-CSD faces financial missteps. The El Dorado Hills CSD faced scrutiny over financial and legal issues. The district secured a $5.3 million financing package with River City Bank after Umpqua Bank withdrew due to threatened litigation. Critics argued the CSD's choice to borrow, despite $25 million in unspent park impact fees, adds $1.3 million in interest over 5 years, reflecting poor fiscal planning. A grand jury report criticized the underuse of these fees, noting past lawsuits that forced $15 million in refunds. Separately, a 3-year legal battle over Heritage Park ended with a court-approved settlement. The CSD agreed to remove stadium lights, benches, and barbecues, limit park hours to daylight, and add noise-reducing landscaping within 2 years, while paying $70,000 towards residents' legal fees. The 2022 lawsuit cited noise and safety violations. The settlement, enforceable by the court, resolves resident complaints but underscores ongoing tensions with the CSD's management, leaving the door open to renewed litigation in the case of noncompliance. Placerville City Council proclamations, progress, and projects. Placerville City Council meeting on September 9th covered proclamations, local history, and major infrastructure. Mayor John Clerici proclaimed September 9th as California's 170th statehood anniversary, celebrating the state's gold rush history and becoming the 31st state in 1850. Presented progress on restoring Upper Town, Old City, and Union cemeteries, including plans for a theatrical fundraiser on October 18th. On the infrastructure front, the council approved $2.23 million for the Placerville Drive pedestrian connectivity project, awarding a $1.57 million contract to Doug Veerkamp General Engineering. It also authorized steps to replace the Placerville Drive Bridge, aiming to secure federal funding by 2026. Administrative changes included eliminating the assistant city manager/finance director role in favor of a standalone finance director, saving over $124,000 annually, and resolving policy pay compliance with CalPERS. Public comment highlighted appreciation for the city's engineering work and ongoing concerns with PG&E utility coordination. And now for some news nuggets. The El Dorado Water Agency joined the Wildfire Solutions Coalition to secure funding for wildfire prevention, emphasizing fuel reduction and watershed resilience after $14.7 billion in damages from recent fires. Rides with Rob, started by Robert D'Annunzio in 2024, was named Home-Based Business of the Year for its reliable airport shuttle service and personalized customer approach. The California Department of Fish and Wildlife is developing a statewide deer management plan and invites public input at a virtual workshop on September 16th to shape conservation and recreational strategies. Placer County began removing 750 tons of concrete and steel from the American River, remnants of the 1964 Highway 49 bridge collapse, with $8 million in state funding to restore the river's ecology and recreation. The county is accepting public comments from September 9th to October 9th on proposed design standards for Shingle Springs commercial and multifamily development to balance growth with rural character. El Dorado County 4-H's free Lowdown Hoedown enrollment night on October 3rd at Placeville Fairgrounds invites youth to explore clubs and programs fostering agriculture, STEM, and leadership. PG&E customers will see a minor 2.1% electric rate reduction starting September 1st and a $58.23 California climate credit in October, easing bills amid ongoing efficiency measures. And on to our closing stories. Placerville dedicates memorial to local Marine hero. Dozens gathered at the Veterans Memorial Building in Placerville as the Marine Corps League's Staff Sergeant Sky Moat Detachment No. 697 unveiled a new memorial wall. The wall honors Staff Sergeant Sky R. Moat, a Union Mine High School graduate and Navy Cross recipient who gave his life in Afghanistan in 2012, as well as other local service members lost in the global war on terrorism. Moat's final actions, described by military officials as drawing fire to shield his fellow Marines, remain a defining example of courage and sacrifice. The ceremony included readings, prayers, and a roll call of names, with organizers urging residents to remember the cost of service and support veterans' families. Previous dedications, including the Sky Moat Overcrossing and the county's Veterans Monument, show how deeply his legacy is embedded in the community. Patriots Day marked across the county. Communities across the county came together this week to honor Patriots Day with proclamations, memorials, and acts of remembrance. On September 9th, the Placerville City Council issued a proclamation recognizing the anniversary of the 2001 terrorist attacks, presenting it to Fire Chiefs Wren and Cordero as a tribute to local first responders. Main Street was lined with American flags, a visual reminder of unity and resilience. On September 11th, first responders, chaplains, and residents gathered at Red Hawk Resort and Casino for the annual 9/11 Memorial Stair Climb. Participants climbed in tribute to the 343 firefighters, 70 police officers, 9 EMS providers, and nearly 3,000 civilians killed that day. Red Hawk hosted the event and donated $5,000 to the Firefighters Burn Institute. That evening, hundreds also gathered for a candlelight vigil at the courthouse in memorial of Charlie Kirk, the recently assassinated free speech activist. Together, these events ensured the county paused to reflect on sacrifice, service, and the enduring importance of remembrance. And this has been EDC's Week in Review, your September 12th edition. Thank you for tuning in. And as always, if you enjoy our content, please like, subscribe, and share with a friend. And if you want to learn more about these stories, please see the show notes.